Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing another cook and clean with me. You guys seem to really enjoy these videos and I certainly enjoy making them. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh, so thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Tonight I am cooking this hot honey chicken, which looks super yummy. But first I want to get the kitchen a little straightened up before I start to cook. I definitely don't enjoy cooking in a messy or dirty kitchen, so the first thing that I'm doing is unloading the dishwasher to have the dishwasher all ready and set for after I am done cooking dinner and I go to clean the kitchen. It just helps the process go so much quicker if the dishwasher is already unloaded, so I can just load the dishes right back in. Tonight for dinner we're having this hot honey chicken. It looks so amazing. We get HelloFresh about once or twice a month, and honestly it is hands down our favorite week of the month. For some reason that week of the month seems to go so smoothly. Everything falls into place, and I believe a lot of that has to do with the fact that our meals are already planned. I don't have to go to the grocery store. Everything is delivered straight to my door, and I don't really have to think twice about what we're gonna have for dinner. So my favorite part about using HelloFresh is, like I said, the fact that I don't have to really think about much. I don't have to meal plan. I don't have to go to the grocery store. Everything comes pre-packaged, pre-portioned. So far we have loved every meal that we have gotten, and it's fun to try out different recipes that maybe I wouldn't think to try or maybe wouldn't have the guts to try, but this gives me the perfect opportunity to kind of experiment and try my hand at different things. If you guys want to try out HelloFresh for yourself, go ahead and click the link in the description box and use the code SimplyAllieYT60 for 6 free HelloFresh meals. So the first thing that I'm doing is preheating the oven to 425 degrees. And now I'm washing all the produce, which is the potatoes and the broccoli. We like to roast veggies a lot, so a tip I have is to line your baking pan with tinfoil. This just makes for super easy cleanup when you're done. And now I'm cutting my potatoes into 1-inch cubes. To the potatoes, I am drizzling a little bit of olive oil, and then to that I am sprinkling a half of a tablespoon of this sweet and smoky barbecue seasoning. And some salt and pepper. And then I'm giving the potatoes just a quick toss to coat them with all of the seasonings and the olive oil. I set the potatoes aside, and now I'm working on something for the chicken. To a medium-sized bowl, I'm adding a tablespoon of butter and putting it in the microwave to melt it. To the melted butter, I'm adding a tablespoon of olive oil. the other half of a tablespoon of the sweet and smoky barbecue seasoning, a large pinch of salt, and then a half a cup of panko breadcrumbs. And then I'm stirring that mixture to make sure that all of the breadcrumbs are coated. Moving on to the actual chicken part, I'm getting out another baking sheet and lining it with foil. And then I'm pulling 2 chicken breast halves out of the packet and patting them dry. To that foil-lined baking sheet, I am drizzling it with some olive oil just so the chicken doesn't stick, and then placing that chicken onto the foil. And then sprinkle the chicken with some salt and pepper. Now this might seem interesting, but I'm coming in with some sour cream and topping each piece of chicken with about 1 tablespoon and spreading it evenly over the top. Once the sour cream is spread evenly over the chicken, I'm coming in with the breadcrumb mixture and dividing that over both pieces of chicken and then pressing it into the top. This is such an easy meal. 2 out of the 3 components go into the oven at the same time. So I'm putting the potatoes onto the top rack and the chicken onto the bottom rack. And I'm starting at 20 minutes, but ultimately the chicken and the potatoes took about 25 minutes to cook. While everything in the oven is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start the broccoli. So I'm filling up a pot with a little bit of water and adding in my steamer basket and the broccoli. I personally don't like my broccoli to be overcooked, so I only steamed it for a few minutes. Now everything in the oven is done, and don't these potatoes look so good? They're crispy on the outside, but still nice and soft on the inside. And then this chicken also is to die for. And now it's time to plate. To the broccoli, I am adding a little bit of butter and allowing that to melt over the hot broccoli, and also adding some salt and pepper. And then to the chicken, I am topping it with this Mike's Hot Honey, which is infused with chilies, and that definitely set this dish apart and made it so tasty. It was sweet and spicy at the same time, super buttery because of those breadcrumbs. Honestly, this dish was delicious. We loved it. Emmy had already eaten dinner a little bit earlier because honestly, this took me a while to film and cook at the same time. So she had already had her dinner, but she definitely made sure to sneak a few pieces of my broccoli because this girl loves her some broccoli. And now that dinner is all cooked and we have eaten it, it's time to move on to the cleaning portion of this video. Cleaning up after cooking a HelloFresh meal is usually super easy. I think they have in mind making everything as easy as possible so they don't have you use a lot of pots and pans and utensils. So every time we cook a HelloFresh meal, I know that the cleanup is going to be fairly simple, and I love that. So I'm starting off by gathering all of the dirty dishes that we ate off of and bringing them over to the sink, as well as going over to the stove and bringing over those baking sheets and the pot with the broccoli in it. And now I'm giving the dishes a quick rinse and setting them next to the sink, and then I'm going to be transferring them from next to the sink into the dishwasher. Doing it this way saves a lot of time rather than rinsing off one dish at a time and then loading that one dish into the dishwasher. And I do have a few dishes that I like to wash by hand. So first I'm giving the countertop a little wipe down with my Thieves household cleaner, and then placing a dish towel down so I can wash my knives, because I always like to wash those by hand, and then I'm going to wash the baking sheets. And now I'm going to give the counters a quick wipe down. I'm using my green microfiber cloth because I like to kind of color code my cleaning cloths. I like to use the green ones for the kitchen and then the orange ones for the bathroom. And I'm using my Thieves household cleaner. You've seen me use it a million times in all my other videos. This is by far my favorite household cleaner. It's made with essential oil, so it's completely non-toxic, and I feel really good and safe using it around everybody in my family. And it also does just a really great job of cleaning. You can use it on literally every surface in your home. Now that I've wiped down all of the countertops, the last thing that I'm going to do is clean out this fridge. As you can see, it desperately needs to be cleaned out. The first thing that I'm going to do is pull everything out of the refrigerator. And then I'm going to go through everything that I've just pulled out, check all the expiration dates. If it's leftover food that is a little questionable, I will definitely be throwing that out. And now I'm going to go in with that Thieves household cleaner and wipe down all of the shelves in the refrigerator. Cleaning out the refrigerator is not one of those things that I do as often as I should. So maybe that can be one of my New Year's resolutions, is to clean out the refrigerator on a more consistent schedule. And now that the inside of the fridge is all cleaned out and all of the questionable food has been tossed, I'm putting everything that's still good back into the refrigerator and kind of organizing it. That is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you had fun cooking and cleaning with me. If you're interested in checking out HelloFresh for yourselves, make sure you click the link in the description box below and use the code SimplyAllieYT60 for 6 free HelloFresh meals. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the videos that we have coming up. Follow us on Instagram at Allie_gooch to keep up with us there. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.